Alrighty then. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 1197. Can you gaslight yourself? Well, there's Stanley back there. You can see him hanging out, becoming one with nature. He never lies to himself. So, what do you tell yourself that you know isn't true, but you believe it anyway? One of the sordid details from my past is there's a lot of times I thought I was the smartest person in a room. And I believed it, even though I knew better. There's a lot of smart people out there. And so I was constantly in competition to show how smart I was, which wasn't smart at all. And that's where, yes, I lied to myself a long, long time. And once I got over that, yes, I became a much better human being, I'd like to think. So what are you telling yourself? Young men, they try to tell themselves, yes, she likes me. Yes, I've told myself that a number of times, and that also wasn't necessarily true. Okay, so what do you have to do? Authoring your way to success. Speaking to authors here, what are you doing that or not doing because you're gaslighting yourself? Oh, I don't deserve success. I just writing thing, it's never going to work. Why are you telling yourself that? Why? Why would you do that? You deserve it as much as anyone. You tell a good story, write the good words, tell a great story, and then put it out there. Put it out there and find the right readers. These aren't that hard. Finding the right readers, okay, there's a little bit of challenge there, especially if you're the creative type. You're writing a great story, and this marketing stuff, this business stuff is antithetical to everything you live and dream, because your dreams, your imagination, that's in here. That's what you get down on words. You memorialize it into a story, and then you publish that. You put a great cover on it, write a blurb. Hey, get help writing the blurb if you can't figure out what the ad copy kind of text is, and then put it out there. Why don't you deserve it? Why? You're gaslighting yourself. You deserve it just as much as anybody else. You deserve the opportunity. The result, well, maybe you have to work at it. Maybe you have to write another book and another and another. It took my 13th book before I really started making money at this business. 13 books. Come on. I'm a smart guy, right? I kept telling myself that. I'm the smartest person in the room. So how in the hell did it take me 13 books before? Maybe you're not that smart. Maybe you needed to learn, because writing isn't as natural as storytelling. Storytelling is natural. All human beings. Just find a 2-year-old who took candy off the counter and ask them if it was them. Yes, you're going to hear a story. So natural storyteller, but writing it down and making sure you incorporate the emotions, all the 5 senses, all those things to help bring the story into a 3-dimensional existence. Prism of your words to project those colors of that story into the reader's minds. Okay, that takes a little practice. That's not easy. It's not straightforward. And it's not anything, as I'll suggest, that you can really teach in school unless you go through that repetition of writing story after story and getting better with feedback, getting better with reader engagement and understanding the flow, mapping it out and saying, okay, I missed here. I built a scene transition that was too long when I needed some action in between there. Yes. You'll learn those things, but only by writing. So stop lying to yourself. Let the truth voice be louder than the gaslight voice. You don't deserve it. You've never deserved it. You're worthless and weak. Drop and give me infinity. Yeah, I've got that Marine Corps drill instructor voice in my mind. No, I'm not going to drop and give you infinity. Might blank for 30 seconds. If you don't like the truth, when you're telling yourself the truth, then change the story. You never finish anything you start. How many times have you told yourself that? You've got a bunch of half-finished books. Pick one and finish it. Prove yourself a liar. Prove yourself a gaslighter. Fix it and move on. Write that next book and then write that next book. You learn more by writing and publishing than you do by writing and rewriting. Rewriting doesn't necessarily get you closer to the goal. Writing does. Publishing does. Get that feedback, learn, and move on. So this is where tell yourself the truth. I need to finish this, and I am going to finish this. Peace, fellow humans.